Hey guys, welcome back. Pep here, you're watching The Sentinel. Today I want to do a quick review of one of my favourite fragrances from this year. I got this earlier in the year as a birthday gift, and it is none other than Comme garçons, to man. Okay guys, Comme garçons released To Man in the year 2004. The perfumer behind this scent is Mark Buxton. He's done lots of perfumes and I believe has his own line of perfumes that he's brought out. I hadn't had much interest in this fragrance until it was gifted to me, and to be honest, I had smelled it a couple of times and just thought it was nice, okay, but I hadn't really explored it as a scent and didn't really do any testing of it before I got this small 50ml bottle, and I've really grown to love it. And if anyone is interested, this actually on Instagram at the moment, at the Sentinel, I'll put a link, there's a link on my YouTube account. On Instagram at the moment, I'm actually posting my top 40 fragrances from my collection for 2017 at the moment. I believe at the time of recording this video, I'm up to about number 20. So each day I count down until I eventually get to my number one. So if you're interested in looking at that, on Instagram, I decided I didn't want to make a video about a top 40 of my favorite fragrances. Just didn't feel like it was something that I'd want to watch, but Instagram, I put a photo up and you get to see what it is. But getting back to this fragrance, To Man by Comme garçons. When I first wore it, I wasn't actually sure what to make of it, and I have to admit that this one is actually a bit hard for me to do a review of. I mean, I can tell you that I like it a lot. I very much like it. It's a love for me almost. It's just hard for me to describe, and because it's been around, there are lots of reviews on this fragrance, and there's an interesting mix of notes here. I'll put them across the screen, but we've got aldehydes, we've got vetiver, we've got kumquat, there is a leather note, there is a mahogany note if I'm not mistaken, there is also some iris, but when you smell it in its entirety, all put together, I find it very difficult to identify individual notes. I do get the vetiver predominantly, and I get some of the leather in the dry down, but that is actually the beauty of this fragrance. It's actually quite an enigmatic fragrance to wear. I think with the use of the aldehydes, it also makes it quite an ethereal fragrance to wear on your skin. It kind of changes, it moves around, it doesn't just sit on your skin and allows itself to be worn. So I'll get into it. I'll spray some. I've got the dry down on this hand. I'll spray the opening on this hand, and I'll try and describe to you really what I'm getting. And I've got to say, I really like the sprays on the Comme garçons bottles. All right, so really, what I get in the immediate opening, I do get vetiver. Like, it's a very clean, crisp vetiver, and I'm not sure whether it's the aldehydes, but I get quite a bit of fizziness, a clean fizziness, a soapy fizziness. It's almost sparkling. So I do get a clean, sparkling vetiver in the opening, and it's really pleasant. It's really refreshing. Now, as it does begin to dry down, I find it quite difficult to pick out, as I said, some of the other notes. I know there's a certain spiciness in this fragrance as well, but see, the spices here are kept in the background rather than up front, and it kind of all really acts to lift this fragrance a little bit and make it kind of pop on my skin. And if you want an overall feel of what this fragrance smells like without having smelled it, the best way I can describe it to you is a clean, fizzy, waxy smell. It's a very clean smell. All the individual notes here are clean. When you get to the dry down and you start to get more of that leather and some of the woods, it is still clean. It's a clean leather. It's a clean, fresh leather. It's clean woods. And this fragrance has been described, there are elements here that have been described as the smell of snuffed out candles, and to an extent I do get that, but I'll expand on that a little bit and say that it's the smell of freshly snuffed out candles inside a just cleaned bathroom, because it's, if you can imagine standing in a pristine tiled bathroom, just cleaned, there's an element of whatever nice smelling detergent has been used to clean the bathroom, and you've just snuffed out those candles, because there is an incense here. So it's not like a church incense like you would get in another Comme des garçons fragrance like Avignon. There is a smoke, there is a smokiness, but again, it's a clean smokiness, and it's basically the smoke of the snuffed out candle, but like I said, in a very, very clean, fresh environment. So having described all of that, best worn, I think you could wear this all year round, probably except in the high heat of summer. I would still probably try it in the heat just to see what it does, because what I find with this fragrance, it's almost like a chameleon in that it can change on your skin depending on the climate or the immediate environment. And it's probably, you can probably say the same for a lot of fragrances, but this one really does display those characteristics quite a bit. And I really like wearing this fragrance. This is a fragrance that again changes with you, changes with the weather, changes with your mood, and you get to wear this scent rather than the scent wearing you, and that's what I really like about it. It's enigmatic, it's definitely charismatic, and I highly recommend that you try Comme des garçons 2-man. It's been around for a long time. I think it's probably a best as a casual scent. I'm not sure I would immediately think of this in a formal situation. Probably more used daytime. There's no reason why you can't wear it at night. Certainly unisex. That's the other thing about this. There is no element of this fragrance, I think, even though it's called 2-man, this is certainly unisex. I don't think it leans one more masculine at all. Comme des garçons 2-man, please try it. I hope you enjoyed that short overview. There's been a lot said about this and written, and there's lots of YouTube videos, but if I'm just inspiring you to go and sample it, please do, and let me know what you think if you've got it or you've tried it. If you love it or hate it, I don't care. Put a comment down, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Thank you.